bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku Hogwarts Legacy. A co to jest? Dzisiaj tak, idziemy na to zadanie. Nie wiem, jest poboczne, tylko jest jak to było. Jesteśmy w miejscu. Mamy ładny widok szczęścia. Co jest? Tak, będzie zajmujemy się czymś bardziej interesującym niż zwykłe misje poboczne. Proszę, jak też są ciekawe, jeśli nie mogę poprzeć. Czy możecie sobie przybiegać misje poboczne?
Hello, Natty. How are you? I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you. I'm all right at the moment.
Yes.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Okay.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I to wszystko.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Biegnę, typiarko.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be so...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefied!
Brawo, mogłabyś chociaż trafić, co?
I have things to do.
Co, ktoś jeszcze? O!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Do you really think you can hold them all?
Pąk, pąk. Ale się ciebie wystraszyłam.
Release me!
To jest zbyt proste.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all
Jak
right?
ci nie zaczęłaś na
I
ubawę?
am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my
Aw.
interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Okej.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were mere myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures.
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe
Tak,
he
są całkiem
created them
fajne.
as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Spoko.
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
Bardzo chętnie.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
No, widzę, że bardzo dokładnie układam ten malkę.
Word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Oh yeah!
Merlin's beard! How beautiful!
To są akurat przydatne znajdźki w
What a
cudzysłowie.
day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Okej. Tak, ja zrobię od razu drogę do Merlina, który był gdzieś tu.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope. Get to the courtyard past the pendulum. If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to. Especially Professor Black.
Okej. Szczerze?
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Że tej wiadomości nie dostałam podczas mojego poprzedniego podejścia. Więc to jest całkiem ciekawe. Gdzie są kulki? Gdzie to są kulki? O, tu. A teraz zobaczcie, co ciekawe, ja nie kupiłam tego questa. Nie kojarzę w ogóle. O. Wszystko?
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Wszystko. Super. Co jest interesującego? Interesuje mnie oko. Krótka miejsce w przypadku. Też będzie łatwo, jak sobie wiecie. Są będziemy bliżej. Ale to co ciekawego zaraz. Może to jest quest specjalny dla śliską. Zaraz to zbiorę, to pamiętam.
Revelio.
Dowiedział się od swojej księżna, przy czegoś wyprawkuje, jak sądził, że odpowiedź za rozwój niebezpieczna, człowiek zostawiał kolejną wtedy za mostem, że klas
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
Dobra, no, bardzo ciekawe.
Revelio. Accio.
Jesteś w prawie do miejsca, kieruje się w stronę D, niedaleko karty z kamieni zajrzyj do środka. Może zdołasz pomóc poprawić.
Pumpkins. I think I know just the place.
Jest bardzo ciekawe. Wiem, że Hufflepuff ma specjalną misję. Ale o tym nigdzie nie pisali.
Revelio.
Twoje młode slytherińskie serce prawdziwych moc i wyjść ciekawości spotka się z brzegu nieopodź zniszczony.
Down to the water's edge. This had better not be a trick.
Ale
Revelio.
taki ten, tym bardziej, że jest spełnienie o Slytherinie, więc... Chciałbyś mieć na wtedy? Misję trwa poślizgową. Strasznie mi się to podoba. O, chociaż chodźmy sobie od razu co zrobić. No już tu jesteśmy. A to jest szybka rzecz.
Incendio. I should investigate.
Ups.
Revelio.
No i to wszystko. Okej. Zarobiście ciekawe.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Undermining the headmaster and getting something in return. Continue.
Oh, Scrope does not intend to undermine the headmaster. In fact, Scrope wants to surprise him. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
Okay.
How did you injure your ear?
The Blacks have a tradition of decapitating their house elves when their service is no longer required. One day, dear Apollonia was understandably frustrated with Scrope and got a bit too eager with a cleaver. Scrope was able to convince the sweet girl of his value and now views this small injury as a reminder of her good heart.
Okay.
How did you know that I'd found a book and that it's missing pages?
Scrope and the other house elves are good at staying out of sight. Scrope hears and sees many things in the castle. Scrope knows how to keep secrets.
Okay.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding your pages. And the ring.
Okay. Nie wiem, co to za grota. Jak kiedyś sobie spacerowałam na pierwszym przejściu. O! Fuck!
Levioso. Incendio.
O! Dotarłem tutaj tak kompletnie przez przypadek. Tak. Ile was jest? No cóż, miałam właśnie taką skrinę. O co chodzi?
Incendio. Potato. Stupefy.
Ale widzę, że teraz to już wiem, o co tu chodzi. Fuck, nie to chciałam zrobić. Ouch.
Levioso.
Dobra, zanim to się wymaga.
Incendio.
Dobra.
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Potato. Accio. Incendio.
Aj. A, muszę mantragory. Dobra, to było trochę niebawne, pewnie to doświadczenie, bo mantragory są aktualnie dla mnie trochę dostępne i drogie.
Accio. Incendio.
Mówiąc, akurat powstrzymać nieważne. Dobra. Ojej, ja trzeba spróbować. Tak, byłam tu. I miałam rozkminić, co tam miejsca. Teraz wszystko ma sens.
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
A, to jest super ciekawe. Okay.
Could it be? A visitor?
Cześć, Richard.
Oh? Ooh. The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
I must insist that you give them to me at once.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages.
Dobra.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look around when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze. After that, I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's sure to cause the most chaos. He dropped them after a particularly aggressive romp through the library.
Okay.
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Dobra. To ma sens. I to też ma sens.
It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Ciekawe. Czy
Velio.
każdy domu ma inny sposób dowiedzenia się o tym duchu. Bo jak na razie to Brejda to było całkiem celowego. Na razie widzę, że ślizgani też się inaczej dowiadują. Też nie potrafi, czy inne pewnie też inaczej się dowiadują. Ja jakiegoś innego polskiego questa, żeby się dowiedzieć, że Richard ma kartki. I będzie na chwileczkę. Strasznie ciekawe.
Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollina's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
Phew, that boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to House Elves.
O. Ale ciekawe. A zaraz poszukam informacji w tego odcinku. Jak innego. Dodam tę informację. Znalazłam. Sobie skoczymy. I tak, podbierajmy sobie wyzwania. O, to jest lista. Dobra, świetnie być stąd. Bez zagadzonego losu już dzisiaj nie wie. Na pewno.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
No chodź tu.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
O. Jeszcze jakaś jedna pewnie z tych góry.
Revelio.
Niechał się stopie. A, nie mogę stopie. Właśnie.
Revelio.
O,
Here. That's the last book.
Gotcha.
Now to take them back to Cressida. Revelio.
bardzo nie wykręconych schodów, które... Mam twój pamiętnik.
Any luck finding my dad?
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
And you're not who I thought you to be. Based upon your diary, you seem terribly judgmental.
Fine. I shall pay you. But you cannot begin to imagine what I shall be writing about you next.
No,
Should never have trusted them.
Accio! Incendio!
To nic. To było w sumie na tyle. Patrzmy sobie na to wyzwanie, dobrze? Jej! W następnym odcinku pójdziemy sobie do zagadzonego lasu. I tam zrobimy misję. Może też przy okazji zrobimy jakąś pobożstwo, chociaż na taką misję jest coś bogatego, co pamiętam. Ale na pewno zrobimy główną, tak ciągniemy fabułę dalej. A trzeba też trochę pociągnąć, żeby dostać rzeczy, które są przydatne. No i dość istotne, przynajmniej dla mnie, do korzystania z nich. Więc wiemy, co robimy w następnym odcinku. Także waszym zadaniem zostaje stawianie łapki i suba i komentarza. A my się widzimy w kolejnym wspaniałym odcinku Hogwarts Legacy. Do zobaczenia!